This is probably going to be a little bit longer of a video because I know it can make a lot of unique noises. Not anything where, it's like crinkly noises or eating sounds or even just me rambling. I do have my belt here. I also have my vest, so I'll probably bring my belt over for you to take a look at it. And also show you how, I guess, the sounds of the firearm going into the holster. I really like this new holster. It's seamless, and I'm telling you right now, it comes out like butter. So, I'm not going to clean it, I'm not going to take it apart, of course. Actually, you know what? Let's just tap a little bit more. Tap, 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 tap. And of course, as for any firearm and ammunition, it should not be stored in the same box. I just got back today with it in there, so that is why it's in there. And it should also be securely locked. So there's one area there and one area there to put additional locks, because you want to keep this nice and secure depending on what country you're in, depending on wherever you're viewing this from. I think it's always good safe practice to have it in a secure lock, making sure that there's a trigger lock on the firearm, making sure that it's cleared safe, and making sure that it's secured in a separate box than the ammunition. I do not have training rounds. Everything that's in here is going to be my duty ammo. So, yeah. 6 Sawyer P320 9mm made in the United States. I'm just looking on the side here right now. Now, I know this case is probably not, it's probably not supposed to be holding ammunition, so you can see it's kind of pushing up. I've also got my 3 mags in here. Now these magazines, I'll go into detail. I went into detail in my last video when I did post my police equipment, but they hold 17 rounds. There are extended mags that hold 21 rounds in case you want to hold an additional police driving, police fitness, applied police sciences, all that kind of stuff. It was really, really great. And not only did you go to school there, you lived on base. It was like a university for future police officers, because once you go there, you're not actually sworn in as a police officer. You're basically a cadet, and you continue to be a cadet. You're still technically civilian, but you only become a cop once you graduate, and it's 26 weeks of training. And I learned quite a lot while I was there in Regina, Saskatchewan. But I just remember these, like, you can see this right here. You can see these magazines, right? Look at the scuffs, right? They would make you wake up early just for a little bit of that dirt there. That's how strict the training was. They would expect you to make sure all these sides are wiped clean. You take the bottom part off, you scrub all the insides, and scrub that clean, and making sure that there's no residue left whatsoever. Same to say, and same standard goes with your uniform, your pants. They all have to be ironed every single morning with a nice thin line of where the ironing line is. Your boots needed to be polished up to standard. You need to see your own face in it. And if there were any scuffs, that's waking up the next morning at 7:30. Learning assistants. If you're Canadian and you're a police officer, or you've been to the training academy there, you know what I mean by 7:30 tomorrow morning. Just a little fun thing, okay? That also goes for the firearm, making sure that you strip it clean after each time you fire it, each time you go into firearms training. Your uniform needed to be clean. I went over that. Right? Everything needed to be done up properly. There's a little beaver tail behind you. You need to be sure that's done up. Around your duty belt, you need to be sure that the belt keepers are done the proper way and facing downward. It was a lot. Okay, I did 6 months of that, and I was in a little town. all these other things that we would yell. So we'd have a right marker, and they would basically lead the troop, and every Friday we would choose a new right marker just for them to give it a shot. And it's really fun, guys, I'm telling you right now. And for the people that are considering pursuing that career, because I know in my previous videos people have asked, and they've always wanted a police-oriented video, so I figured I would make this an experience for you guys. But I would say definitely go for it. If you're Canadian, you probably know what training facility I'm talking about. I would say give it a shot. There's so many opportunities and endless career paths that you can pursue. But yeah, steady up, drop, and then we all let that check. We'd all say eyes right, and then everyone would literally look right, and then he yelled dress, and then we stomp our feet down again, and we get shoulder to shoulder, you know, perfect line, and then we say eyes front, and then depending on what it is, we'd either say stand at ease, or we'd get the trip ready to march. I think I can actually lubricate this firearm a little bit. It does seem a little bit rusty. I did shoot it a few times just a little while ago, but I did clean it. As you can see, we have that little red dot sight there. Let me see. Oh no, you can't see a single thing here. And yes, it is cleared safe. Oh, there it is. Look at that little red dot. That's so cool, right? Yeah, that's so cool. Let's look at it through my red dot sight. Anyways, we also have a light here. I'll show you. You hit it once, you let go. Light stays on. You hold it down. You don't let go of the finger. You release it, then the light goes off. Super cool. Okay. Well, we may as well load up a little bit. Just for the sounds, guys. Just for the sounds, okay? But it's a fun experience. The first week's a little bit intimidating, but it's honestly not too bad. You get used to the drill corporals. You get used to all the yelling and the discipline, and it builds, like they say, resiliency, being able to handle stress, being able to work well under pressure. Even in firearms, they're yelling at you. They're wanting to see how you cope and how you deal with British Columbia wide. Heck, I've even seen some conditions of no go to certain cities. Yeah, I don't know why this one's not going in. But yeah, even some, they're saying don't go to certain cities. Which is absolutely bonkers. I don't know how they got that approved. That was a little bit harder to get in there. But yeah. And as time goes on, you just get better at it. And that's one thing that I liked about small town policing. You get assigned everything. You don't get to pick and choose what calls you go to. And it just made me that much better at dealing with. I'm not going to say the word. I don't know whether YouTube is going to flag me for it, but if you know phonetic alphabets, Sierra, Echo, X-ray, assaults, or whether it be a shooting, or whether it be, I don't know, an aggravated assault, or some kind of thing, where it requires a little bit more deep thinking compared to, let's say a theft or a minor offense, right? Even for some of these certain calls where you're literally just given one piece of information, it's a stranger assault, and all you have is a video of that individual. How are you going to find out that individual? It really does make you think a lot deeper, which is one of the aspects that I really enjoy about policing. Because I had a certain file like that where I was not able to see any information on the individual because it was a stranger assault. You can post it in the police chat, not even police chat, disseminated amongst all the provincial police departments. But if no one gets back to you, where do you go from there? You go to the media. No one's getting back to you there. The video footage. He doesn't get into a car. He or she doesn't get into a car. He or she doesn't use a credit card in order for you to write a warrant. So it got really tricky. But I ended up finding out who he was, where he lived, what his phone number was, and I think I'm actually missing one bullet, and ended up learning how to write. Well, I've written warrants before, but I guess through muscle memory, wrote another warrant. So, there's more up here. So, yeah, that's always nice. It's always nice. But that's just through repetition. I didn't graduate the academy knowing exactly how to write a warrant. But I can say that I'm pretty proud that I wrote one. And through that one or several warrants that I've written, it just becomes easier. You know what to expect. You know how consistent each warrant has to be. It really is a good experience. Sweet. Okay. Let's see. So those two fit fine. You gotta be careful with these because I thought that this bullet would fit into my magazine. And it did. I forced it in there, but look at this. That is not suitable for the P320. That could have caused a stoppage. you shoot up, or no, you don't shoot up. You set up some targets, and you just fire away. You can do drills. You can do 2 to the body, 1 to the head. You can do drill squirts. Literally 2 bullets in here, 1 bullet in here, 4 bullets in here with 2 stoppages. You can just kind of mix it up. So at certain times, you can even, bang, bang, bang. It's clear, and then the action's locked back. You do a quick action reload, tactical reload, or speed reload. I don't even know what I'm saying there. It is 2:30 though. Well, it's 3 o'clock now, so it is a little bit late. But I did say that I was going to film this before going to sleep. So, let's try to do this. Let's unload this. I could do this a lot faster, but I figured that this would help with some nice noises. And yes, it is empty. It is empty. Index it. You can always still point. Oh, that was bad. That was a little wonky there. You want to just smack it into place, okay? Because if you don't, and you just leave it like that, you're shooting. Oh, you can't shoot. Oh, then your mag falls. Oh, it's not a good time. So you want to be sure that you Hulk smash it when you index it, and then be sure that it's in fully, and then you're ready for the gunfight. Hopefully not. Hopefully that day never comes. But if it does, you want to be prepared. easier to take out, but as you can see, nice looking holster if you compare it to the old one that I had from before. Different, I guess, changes to it. Got a nice sleek design. It's almost like a nice matte finish kind of look, and it makes it a little bit hard to take it out and put it back in just because it's not on my hip. Had a bit on my hip, it would be seamless to take out. But it's still not bad right now. I have to smack it a little bit. But let me take the bag out. I don't really need it in there right now. So, we've got the firearm. We've got a door jammer that I like to put there. We've got a key holder. Let me actually show you instead of just doing that door jammer. In case I need to get into a unit, I get into the main entrance, just because a lot of them, they have buzzers and we can't just open them manually. So I keep that on my belt. Keys to my car. Keys to my car. Keys to my car. Pair of handcuffs. Oh, and a tourniquet right in front of my pistol. We've got a baton. Got two magazine pouches right here. And it's kind of heavy, guys. You can probably hear me struggling right now, but it is heavy and it is magnetic. So it's pretty nice and snug there. Got a pouch for my OC in case you're feeling spicy. Now I did use the taco pouch just because easy access, but that also means easy access for other people. So my hand or my arm is usually here, and I'm always doing a quick wet check just to be sure my 3 is here. So if I put my arm there, put my hand there, I can feel all 3. I know it's there. Oops. This is gonna look. So, pull it out, and then you're ready for a quick reload. That's what I like about it. And here, my radio pouch. It's kind of hard to do it now at this angle. Undo the clip. Once my radio set, my radio channels are locked in, and I'm ready to go. I don't want the radio going anywhere. I just click it into place. So now my radio is not going anywhere, and it's nice and secure. My back, I keep it all clear. Guys. I don't want no back issues. And I keep a flashlight guys enjoyed the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.